What's up, guys? So phase one has started of the airlift install. Yes, we're going. The first thing I decided to do, which went along with our preparation work, was go ahead and run my wires through the car loosely. I'm not packing them in any corners. I'm not using them, connecting them. I'm just kind of doing a basic run through the car. Go ahead and put my wires all the way through from the back to the front, pull them into the engine compartment, the power leads that I need to go to the battery, and just kind of get an idea how everything fits. They give quite a substantial length of wire for this install, so you got plenty to do in case you screw up. So I'll kind of go through a little walkthrough of what I've been doing, and so you kind of give you an idea how to do this. If you watched my first video on the preparation and tearing apart the interior to get your wires ran, you should be all set to just go ahead and lay your wires down just like I'm doing. So let's go over here to the trunk. Here I are in the trunk. I went ahead and did a test fit of my platform that I'm mounting everything to, and as you can see, laying on top there are my wires, the back end of them that's going to come to the car. So there I ran. Come to the back seat. I have the back seat completely disconnected, run the wires underneath it, and just kind of loosely laying them in there. Before I finally tighten everything up, which is probably going to be the last thing I'm going to do to the car, I'm going to go through and tape everything nice and tuck it all nice and neat down in there. But just kind of grab the wires, run them through. Coming out of the wire harness, you have a relay and a power line for a second compressor when you decide to add that. So put that someplace accessible. And you also have, let's go back here. So coming out of the back of the harness, you have the plug that goes into the manifold, a relay, which I'm going to mount in the back of the trunk, an extra power wire in case I decide to add a second compressor along the lines. And on this 3-piece setup, we have these 4 lines here, which is set up for the height sensors if you decide to purchase those at a later date. I didn't purchase them with my kit. I'm just going to go straight pressure, but if I ever decide to, the wires are here and all I got to do is plug it in and run it. Then the cable, coming out of the cable you have 1, 2, 3 more leads. Your big fat one wrapped in this nice mesh here is going to be your power and ground to your battery. The smaller red one in this mesh is going to be your ignition, and this one that is not in any mesh is your USB for your controller. So simply run those 3 through, and I just have them loosely laying up here in the front until I can get it all settled where I want it and how long I need the wires. I separated my ignition wire over here because that's going to go into my fuse panel to an ignition source. And then I've already went ahead and pulled the wires, power wires, through a grommet in my car up to the front. If anybody's wondering, the grommet that I used was kind of behind the brake booster. It's real hard to see, kind of, so I'll zoom on a little bit. I actually have my vacuum line for my boost gauge going through that same hole. So what I did to run that through, because it's kind of a pain to find from the inside of the car, so what I did was you can see I took this gigantic ass screwdriver that I have. It's probably about 4 feet long. And I went ahead and just stuck that right through that hole. Went all the way down to the floor on the other side. I grabbed my wires and I taped them to the end of the screwdriver with some duct tape, and I just pulled them right through. Just grabbed the hole, pull them, gave them a little snug tug, they came right through. Now my wires are ran. It's the easiest thing you could possibly do. You just got to find the hole and pull them through. Probably all I'm going to get done today. I don't know how much further I'm going to go. I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, take my son in to get some tubes put in his ears. That was fun. So from here, I'm just going to kind of keep tinkering, maybe figure out where all my compressor and stuff is going to mount, and get all those holes drilled. So that's ready to go. I'm still waiting on some bulkheads to come in the mail, so I can't do anything airline rise until I get my bulkhead fittings. So probably from here on out, I'm probably going to start on the front struts, start tearing those bad boys out and putting the front ones in and getting ready to roll on that. So till next time, this is MK4 Modder. Keep on modding, and I'll see you next time.